Kilo 1, November Kilo X-ray, K1NKX. Yeah, I know it spells kinks. With a new antenna project. The infamous, and I forget its call sign, it ends with HQD, speaker wire antenna. In this case it's lamp cord or zip line, whatever you want to call it. It's already done, so you don't get any build video, but it's easy enough, and there's plenty of videos out there. But anyway, hope you enjoy my short little blurb about it, and hopefully soon we'll be up on the hills giving it a test run. See you soon. Bye. My new antenna project. I decided it was time, since we're probably going to be here in South Africa for a while until they lift travel restrictions, that it is time to do something, since I have a mobile radio for the base rig on my loaner. And we have several unactivated summits within 30 minutes of the house. I decided let's do a speaker wire antenna, or in this case zip line or lamp cord. This is a 16-foot graphite fishing rod, one piece. So yeah, that's it. And coming off, you can see I got the electrician's knot right here, and just a wire tie going through with some string on the top eyelet. This is actually fairly stiff, so the rod doesn't have a whole lot of bend. And then I have I forget what the measurements are, about 5 meters, 5.5 meters, something like that. I cut them long so that I can get them to the cut into where I want to be. This is a 20 meter antenna. I'm going to cut it towards the upper end of the 20 meter band, and it comes straight down the pole, and at the last eyelet I ran the cord right down through, and the clips, I have gator clips or crocodile clips, depending on what part of the world you're from, on the ends of the cable here. This is what was that, 6 meters? I think I cut this thing 6 meters long. It's a little better than 18 feet. And here we have the alligator clips, as you can see. And I'm going to have to do some better insulating, but just put alligator clips. There's the red goes on the center pin, the black goes on the shield, and I can attach to a radio. Bada bing, bada boom. And again, I'll do a little better job of insulating so that the twain shall never meet. And I think we're good to go. But we had it stood up here and tied off to the swing set, and pulled the legs out a little bit just because I don't have any rope or anything to stand pull them out right now. So I'm not even going to bother trying to do the antenna analyzer, which I got to borrow from my buddy just down the road that way, half a mile, 1 kilometer. But that was it. Took me all of an hour of fiddling around, and most of that time was spent stealing these alligator clips off of something else and then rewiring that device, which is emergency battery power. But that's it. Yeah, 16 feet up. If I had some rope that I could stand these legs out with, and I don't think I have any volunteers that are willing to hold the legs out while I do a video, but that's basically what it's going to look like. The tip bends over just a little bit with the legs pulled out, but yeah, looks good. It looks good. I think it's going to work. We have, well, you can see through the trees, there's mountain peaks right here. Right down that way, about 1 kilometer, there's an unactivated summit. I don't think it's this summit. It might be, but it might just be this summit, I think, is one of the ones on the list. Going back down that way, the road is right over there. Going back down that way, there's another summit. There's 4 of them right here within almost walking distance. But yeah, gonna do some summits. and set up for mobile ops for field day, because it looks like I'm probably going to be here for field day too. In the meantime, the tower is doing a stellar job. I've been playing with different heights for the center point and different angles of the legs to see if I can't get over these mountains to get some decent DX. Haven't been able to get anything to the States. I can hear them, but I can't get contact. I can't get a QSO with the States yet. Other than that, life is good. I have a speaker wire antenna and a 16-foot mast. There's actually another 16-footer just like this one I could use to try to do a flat top, but that's just going to bow the top, so the tips are just going to bow too much. But yeah. Anyway, whoops, here we go. That's it for now. I just thought I'd throw this together. Again, this was a really, really easy job. And again, this gauge wire will easily handle 100 watts. So I'm not going to worry about that. If you worry about how much wattage your speaker wire will take, just look up what speakers you can hook up to them. Like when I was in the Army, I had HPM 100s, which was 100 watt speakers with speaker wire about this size, and it held up just fine, although we never really cranked it up all that much. Anyway, when you buy a spool of speaker wire, it should say what wattage it's rated for. I know I've seen questions about that before, so just check it out, and you can easily look it up online, what gauge speaker wire will handle what wattage, and take it from there. Anyway, that's it for now. I do enjoy listening to folks around here in South Africa on my ZS6 BKW dipole inverted V antenna, though. Later on, folks. Bye. Well, there we are. The Summits on the Air speaker wire antenna. This, of course, is my feed line, which comes all the way over here to my little chair and the analyzer. And I'll kick that on real quick. But I might have a little interaction from my coax coming from the main tower to the rig. But basically, there's the peak tied to the top of a 16-meter graphite fishing pole. And the line comes all the way down. It's tied off over there. And the other end of it is up there at the peak and comes right down and is tied to that lamp post. Get you away from there. These are guy lines, by the way. There's your end of your antennas. And let's see if I can set this up without making anybody sick. But there we are at 14.3, and I'm going to go with the upper end of the band for the most part. But let's go up to 350. 336, 350, then at 1.5, come down to 300, 1.5, 275-ish, 1.4. That's pretty much where I want to operate. Let's go down a little bit more to, what is that, 68, 65, 68, 65, 1.4, 250. When I'm in Maine, I like to cruise right around this area. 245, 250, 1.4, 225, 1.5, and that's pretty much where I roll. I think I can come down a little bit more, but I just don't need to. Let's see, let's come down to 200, 180, 1.5, 170, 1.5. We are resonant across the band. 130, 1.6. It just came up just a little bit. 140. 1.6. So there we have it. We're resonant across the band. Thank you, Lucas. Zulu 6. Zulu Sierra 6. Lima Hotel for the loan of the analyzer once again, which I have to return tomorrow. I almost waited too long. We got sundown here. It's almost 6 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, there we go. And again, we have, I think, at least a half a dozen registered summits for SOTA, you know, right within almost sight of the house. I think this is one of them right over here. It's going to be a little bit more of a drive, but I think this is one of our summits right here. Yeah, so one within, and that's a 4-point summit. There's 2 other summits out that direction, and one more summit back down that direction, all 4-pointers. And there's another half a dozen within a half an hour drive. So we're going to have some fun. Hopefully this weekend we'll get this up on the summits and try a little SOTA work. But for now, I've got to trim the ends and clip them. I got to clip these off and pin them where they're going to be, because right now they're just wrapped around. And as you can see, the impedance, well, it just went up. Impedance is a little low actually, so it's not too bad. Resistance is fine. But yeah, we're in good shape. Thank you, Lucas. This is, who am I? This is Tim, Kilo 1 November Kilo X-ray, K1 and KX. Signing off. This project is done. What are you guys doing for your lockdown projects? I'm going up on a peak. We're going to do some SOTA. See you later, folks. Signing off. K1 and KX, QRT. I think that's the code. Anyway, we're clear. Bye-bye.